Hi there. Welcome. I just wanted to show off a little bit some of these beautiful, beautiful, brilliant green spring stinging nettles that I just harvested out behind my little home where I live. And I'm going to do something I haven't done yet before with nettles. This is a pickling of these nettles in apple cider vinegar. I got this recipe from Rosemary Gladstar, who is a very revered and respected OG of the herbalism world. I adore her work and her as a person. I wish I could say I've met her in person, but I haven't. She just does amazing work around herbalism and Western herbalism and harvesting. And nettles is one of the most beloved and important medicinal herbs that grow where I live and in much of the world, basically. They are not called stinging nettles for no reason. When you touch them with your skin, they leave a sting that lasts for a good day at least. But the sting themselves are healing. So sometimes people will take an injury site and apply stinging nettles and deal with the sting because the sting delivers a lot of their medicine. They're very soothing for the nervous system. They're highly nourishing. I just wanted to honor the birds here too with my little Stevie. He's really active right now in spring. He's a little hellion around here. But look at his beautiful green feathers, like the green nettles. He's a little green cheek conure. He's very interested. So I've got this entero New Mexico pepper. I've got some garlic that I've already peeled. And you just want to take these fresh green tops. Some of these have already gone to seed. I'm a little bit almost too late. I'm close. You can eat and consume nettles even after they've gone to seed. They're just not quite as medicinal. But I'm going to go ahead and get Stevie out of here so I can show a little bit about how to just prepare these, and I'll be right back. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to go ahead and put this entero pepper in. These are very spicy, so I'm only going to use one. And then I'm going to go ahead and pack in these nettle tops, these fresh nettle tops into the jar. And get this nice and full. This is from a little video that Rosemary Gladstar posted to her Instagram. Oops, I always do this. When I'm filming with my hand, I let the film get off the actual, what I'm trying to show, because I'm trying to do it all at once. I didn't want to use my tripod. So I'm just packing in these beautiful healing nettles. Nettles smell so good, too, when you cut them. I don't have any dried nettles on hand. I have a nettle tincture that you can add to your tea, or, a glass of hot water just to take the medicine. They make a delicious tea. They make an amazing soup. You can blanch them and then have them in a mix of greens that you serve with your meat or whatever. But so here anyways are these cloves of garlic that I'm going to pack in. And also I have more nettles here that I'm going to add as well, just to make sure that this is a full jar. Okay, so now I've got my nettles all packed in here. I have a little bit left over, so I might try to make some soup or some tea with the fresh nettles later that you can add. Susan Weed, who's a controversial herbalist at this point, but knows her stuff. You got to give her that. She suggests that you can make nettles with sweetness or with savory, either adding salt or adding honey, or if you want to get really adventurous, you can do both, right? For sweet and savory. I'm probably going to use the rest of these fresh nettle tops later and just steep a nice tea. You can also make a decoction, but I'll probably just make a tea and stir in some honey with that. I've also got some fresh thyme and sage, and I think I'll make a nice batch of tea out of the rest of these later. But here, this jar is now well packed. And I'm just going to go ahead and add the apple cider vinegar. And you want to make sure that these nettles are topped, that none of them are sticking out of the top. I think that's to help prevent any fungus. So I packed them down really well and made sure I've had enough room to assure that they're totally covered. They're just beauties. I love nettles so much. If you take one natural herb in your life, I recommend nettles. They're so good for so many things that you really can't go wrong. If you had to only choose one herb, I would choose them. So now we've got this thoroughly covered with apple cider vinegar. No leaves are sticking out, as you can see. And we're just going to seal this tight. Is that right? There's none sticking out. Yep, none sticking out. So now we're going to seal this jar tight. And you want to just let this sit for 8 to 12 weeks in a dark cabinet or dark part of your kitchen somewhere. And then the way that she suggested that you serve it is with feta and olives over toast, right? And I'm not as much of a feta fan as I like goat cheese. So I'll probably get some nice olives, goat cheese, and serve it with toast or serve them with rice. But I just love pickled anything. I'm a pickle fanatic. So this is very simple. Just apple cider vinegar, fresh nettles, garlic, and I used a New Mexico entero pepper, but she, I think, used cayenne peppers maybe. I can't remember. Sorry, that's my little bird and his spring macho behavior there. So anyways, I hope you enjoy, and maybe I'll make another video when they're done, showing how you can serve these. But just celebrating the spirit of stinging nettle, and sending you love and green, heart-centered energy for this beautiful spring in the Northern Hemisphere. I'll see you next time.